I have my stomach numbing. It's been on about, let's say like an hour and a half now. I laid down the numbing cream and then you wrap it in saran wrap. Do not rub it in though, just lay it on the surface of your skin. But right now I'm trying to decide what I want. I have just a bunch of different stencils. And these backdrops I have made, which I made in a previous video, all coordinate somewhere in the scheme of things. So I have something similar to this pattern printed, and then on my legs I have honeycomb. So I want to tie in this part and my legs to this part. So I'm thinking this somewhere, this, I don't know. We're about to figure this out right now. I have more insects because I'm pretty heavily covered in insects. So maybe we want to put one of those in there somewhere. We're about to just kind of wing it and figure out what we want to do, but let's take off this part. Right now I cannot feel. This is just with an hour or so, hour and a half of the numbing cream being on. Yeah, I cannot. It's so surreal. So you can kind of feel it peeling away, but you can't feel it. I cannot explain it. It's so weird. All right, so we're gonna wipe. We're gonna wipe away this extra. Yeah, I cannot feel it. It just never gets old. When you numb your skin, it's the most surreal feeling. Okay, so first I take off all the excess numbing cream, and then I use my alcohol to actually clean the area. I can't even feel how cold that is. I know this is cold. Okay. Now, we're gonna put something in this section, possibly over here. My idea, like when I look at it, I'm going to put in honeycomb. But maybe it needs both. We're gonna play around. Let's see. Let's see what this does. Cut it down. Okay. And like you can cut these into sections. I have a mirror in front of me, so when I do try to play around, that's why I'm actually looking not at you guys. I could drop it back behind this. Fun fact, my husband thinks this looks like a butt. And now I can't unsee it. So, we're gonna, and you can't undo it. So it's there for life. I guess you could cover it, but I like it. It needs color. Everything will be colored. I think I've touched on that in the past, that eventually this will be colored. I'm honestly thinking this is such a good, like, arrangement that if I literally dropped this right here, I can see where I'm already tattooed. I know there's probably a different method to do this too, but if I dropped this right here, I would just have these little honeycombs that would be, you know, in the backdrop. And that's what I need, which maybe, Okay, let's just try it. My stencil stuff. I'm going to also just throw some of this on. My hands are clean, but after touching everything, I've also said that in the past. I try to make sure I don't like cross-contaminate and... All right. When I first tattooed my stomach, I was like, there's no way I can do this, and then it come out pretty okay. So I just kept practicing. This might be too much. We're gonna blot some of that away, especially out around here. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what this would look like. How did I have it? How about... I don't know, should I maybe cut this and do here and here? Since all those ones in the middle would be useless, right? If I'd use that whole... Let's just try that out. This is how I decide what goes on my body forever. I just randomly play around with it. Okay. We're just gonna do this. I don't know. Let's try it. If you hate it, you can always relay it. And maybe this video will never even happen. I don't know. Okay, so that one there, we're gonna just leave that guy there. And then maybe we'll, look, that kind of curves this way. Maybe we'll just stick that sucker right there. Okay. Let's take this part off. This should be a fairly simple tattoo too. It's just gonna be... Okay, do we like that? I don't know. Just line. Well, most of my stuff is line work, but like obviously this stuff had way more line work than just... I feel like right here we'll need something too to kind of tie it together. Like drop back behind there. Yeah, I mean, oh well, we're just gonna do that too. I know it looks weird and confusing, like maybe if you do tattoos for a living you can see the vision, but right now it just looks like a blob of whatever, but in reality this honeycomb won't be in full. This will be on top, if that makes sense. This honeycomb will not exist. This honeycomb and so on. I need to kind of, I don't really need to Sharpie that, but like if I was doing this on someone else, I would Sharpie that. So it's a little bolder. I can see that on myself. And then we'll just slap it here, whatever. And I did do my leg. So you saw the honeycombs, they're on this leg. There's honeycombs all throughout this leg. And so then maybe here and here, also see the difference in your skin, like your skin absorbs that numbing cream. But then this pattern, I don't have the same pattern. I have these patterns, so they're geometric, you know, they're geometric. Somehow on the sides, I'm going to tie those in so that when I see my body in full, it looks like it all makes sense. It makes sense now, but it's just that added, plus it's just filler work. So you want to, all right. I know this looks like a hot mess. It really does. And it might take a minute to tattoo only because I need to see where this is all going. But then eventually this will be all colored, and so that will pop forward and the background will drop back. I'm also going to use I think my smallest needle is like a 3, and so I'm going to do very fine lines so that these aren't bold, because this is a very bold print right here, and it looks like it's the dominant pattern, but I'll do like a fine line and put it back behind everything. So let's set up, and then while this is drying a little more, and then we'll start that whole process. But I'm okay with that. I just wanted to fill in these odd gaps I have, and then I'll do this part at a later time, I think. I think that's doing too much, all of that. Well, it's not, but I'll do that in another video. I'll do the geometric. Okay, I'm going to set up and then we'll get started. Okay, I brought you a little closer because here's a mirror right here. I'm afraid if I sit down that this is just all going to mush together. So I'm going to have to stand up and tattoo this. And now I'm looking at it, and so there is so little to tattoo for these spaces, right? If you can see or notice on your own, this whole section right here is not to be tattooed. And then it's just like minimal, which is perfect. That's what I want. I don't know if this makes any sense to anybody, but like this whole honeycomb, not tattooed. And so you'll see when I start. But let me get, I didn't do the ink yet. Oh, that's not it. So like I said, this should be pretty quick, not quick like I'm gonna rush, quick just because there's it looks like a lot of stencil, but it's just really not. And that actually makes me super excited because as much as I want to fill this in and be able to tattoo, I would rather have less space to fill. Because probably about halfway through this, I'm going to start feeling it. Okay. And I have a lot of cords going on here. Try to see. Okay, this is the one I need. To just cross it. And right here, here we go. Okay, just trying to make sure my cords. And I actually forgot I didn't plug that in before I left. I'm gonna change this glove out. Duh, you need to plug it in. We're not doing any filler work. Alrighty. I always get kind of nervous before I tattoo, so I just like start taking care of little details that don't even matter, because once you get started, you're in for it. It doesn't matter how much I've been tattooed, you still get that rush of adrenaline. It's never not there. Okay. We'll start. Let's see, we want to work this way, so we don't want to work on top. This is probably going to be the most awkward for you to watch, because I can't feel that right now. It's so surreal when you cannot feel it. I said that last time, and a viewer actually gave me a really good piece of advice, is that you should be able to feel it in your fingertip when you're, you know, going and hitting the spot. So I'm still trying to like pick up on that sensation for myself, because it just feels like I'm not doing anything. So I just don't know which I like better. Do I like, you know, not being in the pain? Or I don't know, I can't ever decide. I'm just going to clean this up so I know like what is even going on. So that's in there. And it's so strange too, because like I feel my body right now feels like I'm getting tattooed. Just like I said, the adrenaline, but just like the weird, just like the weird way your body reacts. I can tell that's happening, but I can't feel it. And like my first couple lines, I always have to go over because they're super shaky. Because obviously you're causing damage to yourself and your body is like, hello? There we go. Those are much better. Okay, so right here we're going to hit a little spider guy, and we're going to go around him. And who knows, this might all blend together and look like a big blob of crap. But at least we're doing it. Okay, number 2. And this little guy is sitting on top of that. Also, your stomach. Now, I have felt my stomach not numbed before. Some people say your stomach is so painful. I feel like my stomach was pretty tolerable, and I was tattooing myself. But I will say that this is another cool thing about learning a tattoo, is that your skin on your body in different places is so surreal to learn, because like my stomach is softer than, you know, like tattooing my fingers, and your rib cage is different than tattooing your thigh. So that is something I've just found so interesting, which duh, most people would know this just thinking about it, but actually tattooing on it and experiencing how different, and even different body types. Like I've tattooed now a few different body types, and that is so strange. I've done everything from like older skin to freshly being able to be tattooed, and then in the middle. So it's just so interesting. I don't know. And like even on your own body, obviously your skin is so different. And so, okay, so for example, like when I got my neck tattooed, which I did not do my neck. A lot of people ask, did I do that myself? Absolutely did not do that by myself. When I did my neck, you know, it was extremely painful, and I was numbed for over, you know, half of it. And when she did behind my ear, on my actual skull, I would have thought I'd just be keeled over in pain, and it was relaxing. I'm not lying. Like I could have fell asleep, but I was so scared to go up to that portion behind my ear on that hard bone, because I was like, this is it for me. Like I'm going to have to tap out. That was the best part. Your throat, no, that is not, I do not recommend it. Unless you're just like, this is your lifestyle. But back of my skull, around my ear, was perfectly fine. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, this is a little confusing. Obviously there's giant blue lines to tattoo, but you have to tattoo and stop where you're supposed to stop. So this isn't, I need to start here. I also feel like my stomach has always picked up ink very well. Like I'll have to go back over my thighs and my finger, or like I messed up somewhere else, but my stomach for some reason just like, I don't know, it just always gets in there. Which I really like. I like tattooing my stomach. I'm curious to see when I do start color 5,000 years from now, how the color sits. Okay, so I don't know if you can see, but everything in that section is pretty much done. I'll look over it here in a minute better once I finish over here, but that's how it's going to be. So this guy's going to sit on top, and then, you know, these will be back behind him as well. This flower leaf will be on top. I think I'm telling myself more that than you guys, because I just need to remind myself that your brain wants to follow a stencil. Ooh, see, I can feel that. Okay. So what I did was I tattooed pretty much a majority of the center of my stomach and not so much on the outside here. And yeah. Okay. Turn this way a little. This one I'm going to feel. I feel like I sound wild, like people tattoo themselves unnumbed all the time, and they're just like, yeah, whatever, which I've done that in the past, but now that I know I can be numbed and not feel it, it's wild to be able to feel it. Okay, that wasn't so bad. This is so crazy. I wanted to do this for so long. And with this YouTube, it has helped push me so much to just do it. Oopsie, I just stepped on that. Well, anyway, it's helped me so much just do it. Like, I want to do it, and then I can film it, and I can look back on this, and it's just been such a cool process. Like, all the touch-up work I've done, I just look at it. I had just looked at it for so long, be like, oh, I'll do that. Oh, I'll do that. Well, I can't do that today. And then now I'm just, like, so motivated to do it. And this has just been so helpful. I'm going to touch this little fly up. There's a little fly right there. Just a little guy I had thrown in when I added, like, these spiders and such. I feel like maybe I should darken this guy up a little bit too, just while I'm already here. Okay, that section's in. This stuff won't be that much. Let's start up here because I doubt this is even numb. A little bit. By the way, back to being able to film this, I do appreciate you guys always watching because that's motivating as well. Like, if I'm putting this kind of content out, and like I've said in the past, this isn't just being done for content. This is what I envisioned. And I appreciate any amount of views it gets or advice, because I love tattooing and being creative. So having other people who feel the same, it's just nice. And anybody who might be watching and like, you know, is looking at the line work, maybe you're like, hey, that's pretty crooked, or like that's not very straight. You're correct. I'm just trying to figure it out. So a few crooked lines or a few uneven lines aren't gonna bother me. They can always be fixed up. Man, I am so happy with this. I know no one sees like the full thing yet, or like what I had thought on it for so long, but oh, this just... Does anybody else get tattooed and you put a piece on and you're just like, that's what I needed to feel complete? Not that it like is necessary to complete yourself, but it sure does feel good to add a few puzzle pieces that were missing. That's how I've always worked, and maybe other people feel that way too, is that I've always just looked at myself as like a puzzle, and you have to fill in what's missing. This guy's out here, that guy's not there, these two are here. I'm also trying to take my time because in the past, and I know I mentioned this prior, I start getting across the work and my numbing starts wearing off, so I just start belting it out. And that is not ideal for, you know, having the tattoo stay in the skin. And then you're just redoing it anyway. So what am I doing? It's pretty much counterproductive. But I'm just like, oh, I gotta finish this. No. Calm down. Okay, I can't see anything. Let's see. Also, the healing on the stomach I don't think is too bad either. It never really, in my experience with my skin, it's never really like gotten to that like crunchy healing stage. It just kind of like, does anybody know what I mean by that? Like the scaly part. I don't know, for some reason my stomach doesn't do that. And I just think that's your skin there. So I find the stomach so interesting tattooing because it doesn't even heal the same as the rest of my body. I'm going over this because I got way sloppy. I'm gonna do this little guy. And we'll do this guy. I also love this honeycomb pattern with how forgiving it is, because like I was just saying with crooked lines and stuff, so say this heals and it's a little crooked, which you saw me go over some honeycomb on my leg. It's so forgiving. I can just go back in and like straighten up here and there, and it's just not looking wild. Let's do, okay, right here. For anyone else that tattoos their self, This is an odd question. Do you start to get double vision? Because right there, so it happened to me right there. I just was seeing two of everything on my skin. And I'm sure I could look this up, but I'd love to see what people say about it. Do you get double vision when you tattoo yourself? Is that your body? I assume that's your body going, no. Or is it just me? I definitely know this is tattooed over here. I am feeling it now. It feels... Oh, I can see in the mirror right here. This is so exciting. I just have wanted to do this for so long. Okay. Almost there. That's not there. This one's there. I gotta clean that because I can't see that guy. Okay. Okay, a couple more. I need to straighten this guy. This guy's a hot mess. Okay, I don't even think I should put that guy in there. Oh, my leg is like... That's another, and when you sit and tattoo yourself, you get in these weird positions. Like, my leg is dead right now. I was just putting all my weight on it. I don't think I need this honeycomb. Behind the spider, there's one there. Let's put him there, I guess. I see it. He can go through here. There he is. Oh, shit. What's this? Okay. So now I'm starting to feel it, which I do appreciate, because these last little things, last little touch-ups, I need to be able to like see what I'm doing. Let's try this real quick. Does anybody else, so this is the green soap, is it just not the most nostalgic smell? Do you love green soap smell or do you hate it? It just makes me feel like I am 18 again, getting my first tattoo, sitting in the chair, just flipping out, what am I doing? And then I hung on to that feeling for the last, like, I don't know, a long time. Okay, let's see. I could just, when I was just tattooing my husband in the last video, we were talking about that, because as soon as you smell this, it just smells so good. Okay, I think I pretty much nailed it. It's in there. My whole body, or my whole midsection, is burning. That's a good sign. I'm going to go through and just do a little bit, even on some of the stuff that's already there. Definitely need some more ink. I did not think that would take that much ink. Okay. Let's just go back through while it's super clean. Look, this guy's a little crazy. Let's touch up this spider's leg so it sits over. We'll extend that one a little past. This little leg needs a... Clean up this web, it's weird. What the heck is this? Oh, is that a... I guess I connected. Yeah, it makes sense in here. Okay. Guess I just put leaves in there. Okay. I think we're good. Yeah, this guy's coming down here. Okay, I think that's it. I could have probably done like a few. All right, we're about to like freehand. Let's just freehand one. I'm not going to touch that open skin, I guess, but let's see. Yeah, I think that needs to be there. Oh, that one's looking wild. Maybe just this one. Just this one. Let's just do that one. We have a group of 3 here, and we'll just make that a group of 3 up there, not so far up there. Because I don't like how this just like that spider. I'm trying to like show you my work without showing you everything here, but it like everything goes up through here, so I need something here. This one's no. Okay, we'll just hang on to that guy. Let's see. Oh, I keep stepping on that cord. All right, so this guy was a no. Okay, he needs touched up a little because I was going too fast, but let's go back over him. And we should be done. This was so much better standing. In the past, I've like sat in a chair and just like laid back and did it like that. That was not a good method. This was so much cleaner and like, well, I can't get that guy to go on there. Let me try that guy one more time. Okay, let's do. Okay. Looks. Oh. See? Look right here. I missed that line. That line right there. Oh, I'm so glad I looked again, because this guy is connected up here. Like, what in the world? It would have just been a half. Oh, I'm so glad I went over that. Okay, so it's right here. Okay. Look, that would have been just half finished. I mean, I would have seen it eventually, but... Ooh, I'm so glad I caught that. All right. So I'm going to clean this up really good, and then I'll try to show you with not like a strange angle. Here's an actual like full straight view of it. I think it turned out pretty good. And then I'll go in, add more around here. It'll probably be the geometric print. Actually, it probably won't. I will probably throw more honeycomb, and even talking about it makes me want to throw some on right now and just finish that up. But for right now, I want to see how these heal, and maybe what else I want to lay out on there. Maybe I'll just put more, you know, little insects and such, but I think it turned out pretty good. Thank you so much for sticking through this video if you made it this far. I appreciate it. We'll be doing more tattooing next time.